Hello and welcome to the Outgoing Otaku. This is Smyles Plays. I'm Smyles and I'm joined by Ronick today.
Hello, nice to meet you guys who are listening. Cool, right, 10 seconds in. It's gold already.
Yes, indeed.
Cool, so yeah, the idea is just to play through some of this. We'll probably skip between bosses depending on how long it's actually taking to record, so
Yeah.
we'll just see what happens anyway, I think.
Oh.
Alright, is it now taking...
Yes.
Right, okay, cool, right, we're going back to... It's fine.
Yep.
Let's go. Right, cool, and we're off. So this is the Shadow of the Colossus and Ico HD remakes for the PS3, which is probably, to be fair, the best way to enjoy the game, considering the graphics have been upscaled quite a lot, and it does look a heck of a lot prettier.
Yeah. I never actually played the original one though, so this will all be new to me.
Yay, which is, to be fair, the best way to play games, especially for actually recording.
Yeah.
Especially for recording for purposes of, you know, letting other people kind of share the magic. Considering, yeah, I mean, I've played through this myself, but I'm not really going to spend the whole videos going.
Yeah, don't give me too many tips unless I'm really struggling.
Yeah, unless we've sat for 50 minutes in the one video going, I almost had it there.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, you're jumping at its face. It has big giant spiky legs. Jump on the... Well, you wouldn't jump on the spikes, I suppose.
No.
It's not really Uncharted where you can like swing around and jump up and down. I mean, yeah, people have made comments before that the controls are maybe a little awkward, but this was a PS2 game. Things have moved on since then, but it's still one of the best games. Well, maybe not the best, but it's one of my favourite games at least. Simply because of how unique it is. There is still yet to be a game that is anything like this.
Yeah, I've always wanted to play it. I've only heard good things about it, so...
So at the moment, this is just the opening cutscene, I suppose. With I don't even know if the main character actually has a name. I don't really know what to refer to him as.
I don't know, is he Ico? Is he not Ico? Who's Ico?
I don't know. It's the funny thing is, obviously, like this is supposed to be. I think it's a spiritual. It's either a sequel or prequel. It's a spiritual, not in a direct sense. I think this is a prequel though, to Ico. So. I honestly don't know. I'm just going to refer to him as Young Boy.
Young Boy. Okay.
Not in a kind of YMCA Village People way, but we'll call him Young Boy and Ada, the horse.
Is it Ada or I thought it was like Anna or something.
I don't know. I always just hear Ada, and I'm just like, is that a D or an R? I'm not really too sure.
Yeah.
The other funny thing is looking back at it is just. It's quite funny seeing things like the horse's hair.
Yeah.
It's just a sheet.
Yeah, on its tail and everything that it's walking in.
Yeah, I think there's a brilliant bit just coming up actually. The sheet falls to the ground.
It just remembered I could do that.
Yeah, it falls to the ground and it looks just mind-blowing. Like, you wouldn't believe how realistic it doesn't look. But again, PS2. I think people should remember that.
Yeah.
Because also, I mean, even with HD collections, what's your actual opinion on HD collections?
I don't know. It depends on the game. Some HD collections aren't that great, and they sort of just...
Yeah, there's
it's like they'll upscale the game a bit, but the cutscenes will be the exact same.
Yeah, I mean, there we go. I mean...
Yeah, just the way that grass and the stone.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
I mean, sometimes I wish with HD remakes that they'd properly remake everything in the game, like just have like the same sort of gameplay and the same story, but have like everything sort of just remade.
Yeah, it would be nice,
but that's a lot of work.
Yeah, and it's weird because obviously like they have a story in this game, but it's not really necessary. I mean, it's still really quite like it's surprisingly emotional, like when you're fighting the Colossus and the fact that, you know, you're trying to bring someone back is the idea of the story here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still quite impressive, but maybe unnecessary at times. The main fun of the game, I would say, is that it's just the bad guys are amazing, the bosses are fantastic, and the puzzles are really quite cool. That being said, you can only appreciate some of them as being really quite cool after you spent half an hour of frustrating agony against it. At which point you go, well, it was still pretty clever. After banging your head off a wall.
You think, next time I play this game, that'll be fun.
That'll be great, because I know what I'm doing.
Sort of like the Uncharted 3 effect. That point where I got stuck. And I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing. And then the second time I played through, I was like, that bit was really easy. And the first time was just hellish, and I was like, well, I don't know where I'm meant to be going. The game's not telling me. Nathan Drake just keeps saying, almost there, when I get to a certain bit. And I'm like, we're not almost there. I don't know where we're going. So that was a stupid ship graveyard thing.
Ship graveyard?
Yeah, it was just this bit where it was like just loads of destroyed ships and they're all rusty and stuff, and it was... I didn't think it was fun at all the first time. The second time, it was okay. It wasn't as bad.
Speaking of which, actually, funnily enough, like the last time I saw like a kind of shipwreck was actually in that Dear Esther. Or Dear Esther, rather. That walking simulator.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it's a problem with games like that people would call, oh my god, it's art though. But you're like, yeah, fair enough, like the actual things that are being said are quite cool. My problem was, I spent 10 minutes walking to somewhere only to realise it wasn't the right way. Then it took 10 minutes of walking back to go the right way. A game like that shouldn't have intersecting paths.
No, not unless there's a run button.
Yeah.
Which defeats the purpose of a walking simulator.
Yeah.
Just throw in a run button. So you think this was a sequel? If I have the ancient sword, that sounds important.
Yeah, it sounds like there would be quite an adventure behind that.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to The Last Guardian, which of course is supposed to be the follow-up to, well, again, spiritual follow-up to these games made by the same people, I don't even know what's happening with that. They've only really shown like 1 or 2 trailers, and that was several years ago. And apparently it's still being made on, but yeah, it would be quite cool to work out why he has the sword. If it's not already been told again. It might be an Ico, I actually can't say. But yeah, oh, and there we go, the wind. Oh, brilliant.
Through the wall and everything. I saw that.
It's remarkable, isn't it? See, sounded like he said the horse's name there. Aru.
Aru. So we'll find out what it is. I'll keep mashing the button until we figure it out.
When it comes to though, like, when you're praying to a god to try and bring her back, laughing gods aren't normally the best type. I'd say, even from the start here, it still seems a bit sinister, but...
Almost at the 10-minute mark already.
Wow. Which, of course, is to slaughter 16 innocent big Colossus. Which, you know, yeah.
They might not be innocent.
To be fair, they are really big. They probably stepped on something by accident. But even then, it's not that there's anything to step on. Because another thing that will be very clearly apparent the second we start running through it is there is nothing but Colossus in this world. Or Colossi. Is Colossus or Colossi?
I don't know, Colossi is what I probably would say if it was a single one, but I'm sure people probably just say Colossus.
Yeah.
I don't know. Need to look that up.
I still think if you're talking about multiple sheep, it should be sheeps.
Sheep. You're going to say sheep eye.
Oh no, you should, yeah, sheep eye. No, that would sound very silly.
Sheep eye is a single sheep. And sheep as in a group of sheep.
Yep.
Yeah, those colossi.
No. Which is weird because I would have thought it'd be those Colossus. Yeah. Colossi.
Although I guess colossi sounds more like in that.
No, the Colossi does sound more natural, but
yeah. But if he says if you defeat those colossi, that sounded like it was the plural version of Colossus. The Colossus.
A Colossus, the Colossi.
Yeah.
You got to love that it is a it's a video about games and that, and we're discussing language.
Yeah. Well,
which is right, Colossus or Colossi? I am unaware.
We're setting a theme early on. We're going to learn some. We're going to learn stuff.
It's going to be a journey.
Yeah.
With learning and stuff in it.
Yeah, I just watched this video. The guy playing some games. Didn't expect you to learn something. It's new.
Oh my god.
Raise thy sword by the light.
Again, cool phrases.
And head to the palace. The place even. I said palace. Oops.
It would be
Where the sword's like, yeah.
That would be really cool though. Because as far as I'm aware, there isn't a Colossus or Colossi. That's going to bog me for a long time now. I don't know if there is one that actually is in.
Oh, everything's loading there in the background.
That was weird. It's kind of like playing the Unreal Engine sometimes. Considering we were playing Rainbow Six, and you'd start a level and go, oh, I don't have any armour.
Oh, I'm playing now.
Cool,
oh.
and that's us.
Beyond thy way.
Yep, and if that wasn't clear enough, leave. We're running. That was cool. I thought we were going to just kind of walk through it.
We're going to walk through it.
I think as far as the controls go, I think X is to get the horse. Arrow.
Yeah.
I think triangle's to get on said horse.
Yeah, jump.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh god, we're jumping at the horse rather than on the horse.
There we go.
Cool, and then I think X afterwards is to get the horse to gallop.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm holding up and we're not going anywhere.
You have to tap X.
Okay. I thought it was going to actually go somewhere.
Cool. And then you hold circle.
Right,
you get to switch to your sword first. So you use the arrows, the D-pad, just to switch to the sword, and then you hold circle. And there we go. It shows us the way.
So it's that way?
Yes.
Cool. Let's go.
And we're off on a crazy whirlwind adventure full of, well, mainly nothingness, but nice big nothingness. Pretty nothingness.